and quality decision making. We just kept seeing it again in the second half. Smith Rowe off the bench, beautiful little reverse pass into Lacazette, draws the foul for the pen, and then, of course, Smith Rowe pops up with a goal at the end. There's just positives everywhere you look. Bukayo Saka, a quality brace. Someone said, didn't they, on Twitter at half-time, we're turning him into this Arjen Robben style right winger, Bukayo Saka. I mean, Arjen Robben would have been delighted with those 2 goals, wouldn't he? So it's just positives everywhere you look today.
Yeah, and we need to make sure we keep this momentum going, because obviously we've got City on New Year's Day, which is going to be a tough game. But between then and now, we've got the Wolves game. If that goes ahead, we need to try and get the 3 points there, because Spurs managed to get a result today. I think when I last looked, West Ham were losing. So it's all looking good for us, in that run for the top 4. But we need to make sure we maintain that is for certain. Right, let's have a look at the first thing that we've learned from today's Boxing Day performance then. Our red-hot form continued with another stellar display. Lots of you really excited about what you saw today. DNG here says Arsenal playing some silky stuff, man. Odegaard and Partey untouchable. Arsenal column here saying Arsenal have given the impression of playing this game at a slower tempo, but that just shows you how easy it's been. When they've upped to the gear, they've been superb, always finding the spare man in space and provoking the opponent with the ball. Really good performance. And Daddy T here says Arsenal with a great run of form. The fans deserve this no matter how long it lasts. As we've already said, a great performance today, but just a mention for the fans there, the away fans in superb voice today on Boxing Day, which, let's be honest, is not always the easiest game for away fans to go to.
No, it's not easy to get away. A lot of people have got family commitments, but I think the Arsenal hardcore away support, it's one of those Arteta non-negotiables, isn't it? He said, I'm going no matter what. And obviously the trains were not there. So the trains weren't working today. So everyone had to find, transport via a car or a coach. And yet they packed it out and they sung their hearts out, and they were rewarded with a classy display. I did think the passing was really good. We talked at half-time about always finding the spare man. We seemed to create overloads all over the pitch. It was as if we had one extra player really to Norwich City. And that, I think, is testimony to our off-the-ball work. When you work hard away from the ball and make sure you're always giving an angle for a teammate, it just gives that impression that you've got that man advantage. It's just industry and also a little bit of thought as well. So, yeah, really good form, some great goals. Lovely movement. I think we're clinical at the moment. That obviously makes a big difference, because we didn't rack up tons of shots today, but most of the shots we had on goal did really test Norwich City or end up in the back of the net. So, yeah, it was fantastic from an attacking point of view. On the ball, Arsenal are so much better right now than they were a few months back.
Yeah, 6 on target and 5 of the 6 went in. So there you go. Right, let's have a look at the second thing that we've learnt from today's performance then, and it is this. Competition for places has driven up standards for Tierney and Odegaard. And you could argue from more places around the pitch as well. CG here saying great goal from Tierney. He's improved a lot since coming back into the team. This one here from Taylor's version. I'm not going to attempt the first bit. Legends had it that Tierney will achieve his prime form during the winter period. I mean, it makes sense. He loves the winter, doesn't he? Stephen here says Odegaard just oozes class. What another performance and team performance today from Arsenal. And then Neutron here says Odegaard having the form of his life. This competition for places, we briefly mentioned it at halftime, I think it was. Lots of players now are having to play out of their skins just to stay in the starting 11. This is a great problem for Mikel Arteta to have at a great time in the season.
It's the way you want it to be. It really is. And it's what every manager sort of craves, really, that competition. Just think about it. The players that are in storming form at the moment, not long ago, Tierney lost his place to Tavares. And a lot of us, myself included, were kind of surprised about that. But Tavares took his chance. Tierney had to wait for an opportunity. And he's come back and he's made sure he's not going back on that bench anytime soon. You can say the same for Odegaard. You can also say that Emile Smith-Rowe now, when every time he comes off the bench, he's delivering, isn't he? He scored, didn't he, in 3 games running now off the bench. And that's because he's frustrated. It's because he's determined to make an impact. Martinelli's got competition for his place. He's been in barnstorming form. Odegaard is playing ever so well. great choice of pass around the edge of the box. A couple of assists for him today. Involved in almost every good move that Arsenal had. So, yeah, it's a beautiful position for Mikel Arteta to be in. And it also allows him, I think for the Wolves game, we'll have to make changes. I'm imagining Smith Rowe will start, either for Martinelli or Odegaard. I'm imagining that Nketiah may start at Lacazette's expense. That's just 2 changes, but you're not worried because you know that the other guys will be on the bench ready to come on and do the business, and you know that these players are in good shape themselves to come in and start. It's a great place to be.
Yes, exactly what we've been craving as fans for a very long time. You know, we've needed to have players that can step in when, you know, certain players enter the red zone or whatever. So this is great. So let's have a look then at the third and final thing that we can take from today's performance then. And it's this about Bukayo Saka. His finishing is improving fast. I think that is an understatement right there. So many of you loving Bukayo online. Of course, Yankee Gunner here saying, seems Saka has added the finishing fire emoji. Got one here from Aiden who says Saka's finishing is becoming elite like the rest of his game. It's always been the case of him rewiring how he approaches the final ball. He's been asked to create so much as a left back and left wing, but the issue has been ball striking accuracy or timing. It's been angles plus power. I mean, that right there is you've gone in with the the analysis there. I love that. And Proof AFC here says Saka with the finishing pattern is a scary sight. That was the only thing missing from his game. Now there's nothing stopping him from going straight to the top. I mean, look, we're running out of superlatives to praise Bukayo Saka with on the show here, but he is showing that he is potentially, like, I don't want to, I'm always cautious, Clarky, of blowing people up too much because then lots of people always end up getting disappointed. But he is, you know, touching on world class teenager level.
Yeah, without doubt, he's one of the best young players in the world. I don't think there's any question about that. He is in the elite company, and he is worth, what's he worth? He's got to be worth £100 million upwards, hasn't he?
Definitely.
He is one of the most valuable commodities in world football at the moment. He's not the only one. There's lots of others, but he is among that group because he can do it all. He's an intelligent footballer. He's got all the athletic attributes you want. He's hardworking and he's got skill aplenty. He creates goals and he scores goals, and knows that he's going to continue to score more and more goals because his confidence will improve. Today was a big step forward. I think those 2 goals were really, real high class, particularly the second one. Didn't rush on the ball, dropped a shoulder, didn't really create the space, dropped a shoulder again, didn't create the space. Third time, no one got near him, whip, bottom corner. I mean, it was absolutely tremendous from Bukayo Saka. So, yeah, this kid is special. He's up there. Look, there aren't many players in this Arsenal squad that you would say if they were at City, if they were at Liverpool, if they were at Chelsea, they would walk into their team, or they'd certainly be right, in the mix to start. Bukayo Saka would absolutely be, be knocking on the door of a team like that. We're delighted to have him. He's our man, and he's going to continue to improve with us. And yeah, I just think he is someone to build the team around. He's a great example as well to the academy players, to those in the under 23s. He does things right. He's a professional, trains hard. You don't ever hear anything negative about him off the pitch. And out there on the field, he's absolutely consistent in his excellence, isn't he? So, yeah, I'm a huge fan of Bukayo Saka. And, we've just got to enjoy watching him, as we've done, numerous quality young players down the years, So many that, too many to mention, really. But your Fabregas, Walcott, and I don't know, Van Persie as young players, they're all stellar, and so is Bukayo Saka.
Jeremy Aliadier.
Exactly. Yeah, Jeremy.
Invincible out there, you know what I mean, on co-coms tonight. Right, Clarky, thank you as always for your company for the game today. And thank you for watching the Breakdown Live. As always, we shall be back for the Wolves game, which is on Tuesday. It's quite an early kickoff, actually, the Wolves game, 12:30 kickoff. So we will be live, theusualplaces.com and the app at around midday. And we'll see you then. Enjoy the rest of your Boxing Day. Take care.